So today, we're going to talk about the next big thing in AI, something called Agentic AI. We're moving beyond just asking questions. We're talking about an AI that can actually do things. We're going to break down what it is and, most importantly, the 10 skills that are set to make it a huge part of our world by 2026.
All right, let's just jump right in. Think about this for a second. We're all used to AI that waits for us to give it a command, right? But what if your AI assistant didn't just wait? What if it had its own to-do list, a list of your goals, and it just worked on them for you?
I mean, picture this. You drop a single big picture request, plan my team's offsite to Lisbon. And the AI, well, it just gets it done. It's researching venues, it's comparing flight prices, it's emailing vendors, negotiating prices, and keeping track of the budget, all without you having to micromanage every single step. That's not just a smarter Siri, that's a full-on autonomous project manager working for you 24/7.
So that futuristic idea we just talked about, that is the promise of Agentic AI. Let's break down what this actually is and what makes it so different. Okay, so the key word here, the one that changes everything, is autonomous. Your current AI, you tell it to do a task and it does that one task. An agentic system, though, you give it a goal. It then has to figure out all the steps, make its own decisions, and take actions to get there. You know, it's like the difference between using a calculator to add some numbers and hiring a financial advisor to manage your entire portfolio. So, how does this magic actually work? How does an AI go from a simple goal to a fully completed project? Let's pop the hood and look at the engine that drives these things. At its heart, it's this incredibly simple but powerful loop. First, it perceives. It's scanning everything, your emails, the web, databases, just gathering info. Then, it reasons. It looks at all that data and comes up with a plan, a whole sequence of steps to reach the goal. And finally, it acts. It starts using tools, booking websites, sending emails, writing code to execute that plan. And this loop just keeps running, learning, and adjusting on the fly until the job is done.
And this slide really nails the gigantic leap we're talking about. Traditional AI is reactive. You ask it to write an email, it writes that one email. Agentic AI is proactive. You tell it, manage my inbox, and it starts reading, sorting, drafting replies, and setting up meetings all on its own to achieve the bigger goal of you having a stress-free inbox. It's a huge shift from just executing tasks to achieving outcomes.
Now, I know this might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this isn't decades away. The first wave of these agentic systems is already here, and they're already having a huge impact.
Take software development, for example. There are companies right now using AI agents that can take a simple idea, like build a weather app, and then actually write the code, test it for bugs, fix the bugs it finds, and then deploy the finished app. It's not just making things faster, it's automating the entire creative process.
And this isn't just for big tech companies. Think about what this means for you and me. This quote here really gets to the heart of it. It's not a tool you use. It becomes a partner that gets to know you, figures out what you need, and handles problems for you, sometimes before you even wake up and realize there was a problem.
Okay, this brings us to the main event. If this is where we're headed, what are the actual skills these AI agents are going to have? What are the capabilities we're really going to see by 2026?
Let's get into it. There are 10 fundamental skills that experts believe will define this entire new era of AI.
So here's just a sample of the list, but these are some of the heavy hitters. You have autonomous goal setting, which is the AI breaking down a big, messy goal into a clear checklist all by itself. But then you get to something like dynamic tool synthesis, and this is just wild. It means if an agent needs a tool to do a job and that tool doesn't exist, it will write the code and build the tool itself, right there on the spot. Then there's proactive problem solving, where it's not just fixing things that go wrong, it's looking ahead and stopping problems before they even start. And check this one out, collaborative swarming. This is where you get a whole team of different AI agents working together, combining their skills to solve problems that would be impossible for any one agent alone. Each of these is a total game changer.
But of course, with this incredible power, it doesn't come for free. As these AIs get more and more autonomous, we have to start asking some really tough questions about control, about safety, about ethics. And we absolutely have to get this right. We're talking about huge challenges here. You've got the control problem, which is the billion-dollar question of how we make sure an AI working on its own actually stays aligned with our values. Then, of course, there are massive ethical questions, the unavoidable disruption to the job market, and the very real, kind of scary potential for these powerful systems to be used for the wrong reasons. These aren't just speed bumps. These are mountains we have to figure out how to climb.
When you boil it all down, this is the main takeaway. We are shifting from a world where we use tech as a simple tool to a world where we will partner with it.
And how we choose to build that partnership, the rules we set, the trust we establish, that is going to shape everything about our future.
And so that really leaves us with the most important question of all. As we build these systems that have their own ability to act, to make choices, to chase goals, how do we make absolutely certain that their definition of a win is and always will be the same as ours?